All right, so today I had a bunch of deadlifts. So did my competition sumo deadlifts and also some conventional deadlifts. Today was realization day of the juggernaut program I'm running of the tens wave. So if you don't know about the juggernaut program, you can check it out. But essentially you're trying to go to a top set and try to hit that for as many reps as possible, and the minimum recommended reps is 10, so 10 plus reps. So this is just pretty much warming up towards that set. Started with 220, did 5, 265, did 3, 310, did 1. I would say today the warm-up sets were feeling a little bit heavier than I would have liked. They weren't moving as fast as I would have liked, but I mean, still on the AMRAP set, I still hit a pretty good number. I would say I was trying to go for 20 reps on this AMRAP set, but I just didn't really get into a good groove. I feel like on the squats on Monday, I got into a great groove from the start, and I just knew I was gonna smash it. Still I did, I like the number I hit on this still, 18 reps, 8 reps above the minimum recommended. So I'm gonna increase my training max by 8 times 5, which is 40 pounds. Yeah, overall, still felt good. There was something off with my gripping. Something just fell off overall with this set, but I'm still happy with with the number. Even though I was going for 20, but I mean 18 still pretty good. So yeah, looking forward to the eights wave. Gonna smash that one too. With the eights wave, I would say I'm probably gonna start to throw on a belt with that one because the weights are starting to feel a little bit heavy without a belt. I think when I start to hit anything above 3.5 plates, I'll start to use a belt. But yeah, I mean, I also hit a heavy set afterwards because I still felt like I had a bunch of energy. So I had a heavy set of 352, which is about 80% of my training max, and I did that for a double. I think on days where especially on the realization days when I feel like there's not a lot of fatigue, at least for me, I would still hit a heavy set, just a heavy single or double, depending on how I'm feeling. And then yeah, in terms of what I do after the training the training sumo deadlifts, I like to throw in some accessories of conventional deadlifts. And those have me feeling great. I can't really like these actually. And I mean the more I do these, the more I want to just, see how far I can push these. So I'm definitely gonna, throw in like a training block, a 3-month training block for conventional deadlifts, and maybe just have my sumo be the accessory. Maybe just like do like a few heavy sumo sets in a week. Just so I don't lose the mobility, the strength, and all that stuff. But yeah, for sure, I think I'm gonna hit a training block for conventional deadlifts. They feel pretty good, and if I can still hit 308 for 3 by 10 after hitting 18 reps for 330 pounds on the sumo. I do think I have, quite a bit of strength in the conventional position too. So I'm really curious about how far I could push it. Like can I actually push it to be maybe even stronger than my sumo? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I think just generally learning how to hip hinge better has helped me be better at the conventional deadlift. I would say I first of all switched to sumo. 'Cause I think I just didn't have the whole hip hinging thing down too well, and it's still something I'm learning. But I think overall I have it down better. Something else I'm liking with my conventionals is that my back is looking better. At some point I think my back was too rounded, which I didn't think was dangerous, but just would make lockout harder. That was the main thing with the rounded back position. I think because I'm practicing with a flat back on the conventionals, there's also transitioning or at least helping with my sumo because I'm able to maintain a more neutral spine, which helps me out with lockout. But we'll see how that translates to the heavier weights because I'm still working with pretty light weights. But yeah, next thing I did was some paused squats. Always like to do these. It's a nice way to add extra volume for the squat training because I do feel like I mean, I like pushing the volume on the squats, and I feel like juggernaut volume might be, a little bit less than what I'm used to at least. I'm used to, really pushing the volume on the lower body exercises. So it's nice to have another thing to do to, push the volume and also, work on technique too. I think just being more comfortable in the whole, this certainly helps with that for me. Helps me to be more comfortable in the whole, helps me just with my pro proprioception, just understanding where my body is in space while I'm squatting, understanding depth a little bit better, maintaining tightness, I mean, the fact that there's tension throughout the whole movement too, when you do it not paused, it feels a whole lot easier. But yeah, I mean, I like the amount of time I stayed in the hole with these ones. That was something I wanted to improve from last week. Felt like I could, improve my pause, just pause a little bit longer. But yeah, I like the pause in these ones this time. These felt pretty hard this time. They felt brutal, I would say. And the thing that actually suffered the most wasn't my strength, but my cardio. I was pretty much dizzy after this last set. Like it was almost like I had caught oxygen to my head. Maybe it's because I didn't eat beforehand. Maybe I just need to have like a little bit of maybe a loaf of bread if I go in the mornings. I went very early in the morning today. Maybe just have a loaf of bread or something. But yeah, I mean, I was dizzy for a while. I had to, lie down for a bit, let some air get into my head. But yeah, I mean, still, I mean, after that, I still hit my last exercise, which was I don't even know what you call these. These aren't really glute ham raises, right? These are like hyperextensions, but my body is not all the way straight. But yeah, I mean, essentially more hamstring work. I like focusing on this hamstring work, but I would say I wanna, do hamstring work because most of the hamstring work I do is such that it's sort of like knee, I guess, flexion. I want to do more hip extension hamstring work, so I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. But yeah, a great training day overall. Looking forward to the next one. Peace.